Gardening has taught me so many things, or the Lord has taught me so many things through gardening. My first lesson was that it's so much easier to pull out the weeds when they're little, and that gentle reminder that it's easier to pull out my sin of greed or slothfulness or whatever it is, nip it in the bud. It's easier to pull it out when it's little, rather than let it grow and fester, and then it's more difficult. And also being patient for the harvest too.
Yeah, I think it's helped me to really have like an experiential interaction with so many of the metaphors in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Like even if it's the parable of the sower, which I kind of think of as the parable of the soils, because it's really about what kind of soil that the seed falls on. And I know, our gardening soil here has a lot of clay in it, so it doesn't really drain well, and it's not very rich. So we kind of have to improve the soil for the seed to take root. And I think too, as individuals or as a church, sometimes we have to do some work to improve the soil so that the seed of the gospel will really be able to take root in us. So it's been really neat. Also, I think even Old Testament metaphors or people in the Old Testament, like Amos, we tend to initially go, okay, he's some Old Testament prophet guy, but he was clearly a farmer. He was a shepherd. He took care of trees. There's as much as his message was about justice in Israel and throughout every nation. I think because of his identity as his vocation, God values people who are caring for the creation, the earth.
I love the story of creation. I think it's important for us to understand that the world was created and it was perfect. And I think that, again, causes us to have a response of responsibility. The world was started first with the creation, and so it's been given to us to have and to take care of.
I think one of the things that's really gotten distorted is the notion that Jesus came so we can escape this fallen world,
right,
as opposed to being partners in the gospel, which has a purpose of restoring the world, of caring for the world, and certainly primarily people, but every other facet of creation can and should be cared for. There's a Christian ethic overarching the whole thing, because God made it. God said it was good, and we can't take it for granted. It's a wonderful blessing that we have in what He's given us to be able to have beauty and food and shelter to sustain us, and to certainly enjoy the company of people and care for one another.